It's homecoming weekend as the Sooners are back home for the first time in 4 weeks. College Football Saturday, all presented by Kyocera. And tonight, the 11th ranked Missouri Tigers take on number 5 Oklahoma in a huge Big 12 showdown.
Man, the senior from Southlake, Texas, the home of Chase Daniel. Well, he's in the maroon of the Sooners. So that's Garrett Hartley. He'll kick it away, and the Big 12 South, the North, underway in Norman. And downwind. We saw Hartley hit, 65, 70 yards in warm-up.
He gets things done. He's a competitor, Joe.
Empty backfield to start. Little bubble screen. And taking it is the tight end. Well, Rucker, you'll see a lot of 82 and also 45. Chase Kaufman, the other tight end.
And our Kyocera starting offensive lineup here. Take a look at Chase Daniels, third in the nation, total offense, 380 yards a game. They will spread it out as they're doing here, Joe. 5 receivers out. Chase Daniel, the only one in the backfield.
Tony Temple did not make the trip. An ankle injury. Going out to the running back. It's complete for a first down. Defensively now, the Kyocera starting 11. And this group is sparked by the man on the end. 6 sacks, 9 tackles behind the line. Number 33, Austin English.
He's done a good job. He's going to need to be a factor tonight in this football game, putting pressure on Chase Daniel, not allowing him to have the time to throw. And they're going to challenge this OU secondary all night.
And Nick Harris, the free safety. There goes Jimmy Jackson. Not much of it.
Jeremy Macklin in that phase to have help win some field position.
It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. Daniel in trouble, and good footwork again. He's got some room to roam. Gets a block downfield. They are number 1 at 59%, but Oklahoma is number 3 at stopping the opposition. So something's got to give. They're 25% defensively. They pick up the blitz over the middle, the completion, and it's William Franklin, and they say no. Here's a trap. Reggie Smith, and that's because of the wind. And getting into it is Adam Crossett. Hit a good average last week. And Franks buried immediately. Our Kyocera 11, Sam Bradford, redshirt freshman, native from the area. Alan Patrick get the start. We'll see a lot of DeMarco Murray. And they do have a sensational freshman running back in DeMarco Murray. Bradford out of the gun. And right away, it's Iglesias for a good gain, making a mess. And he loses the football. Missouri's got it. Darnell Terrell falls on the football after the hit. And it's been a quick strike offense. In the 31 scores this year, it's taken only 2 minutes and 20 seconds on average. Toss sweep. The running back collared from behind, but still is going to get a yard.
You've got guys in the secondary that can really move for the Sooners.
Only loss for the Sooners at Colorado. Fake the wideout and reverse. Want to go back that way, and it's the man he faked it to. It is complete. Alexander running out the blocking assignments. They should have blitzed from the safety. It'll back off now. Blitz is off the edge from the corner, and it's complete. Same man.
Put the ball in number 10's hands and let him get the yardage.
It'll be 4th and a yard. Plenty of room to run up the middle if he wants to go that way. Instead, downfield, it's complete. He's got the first down to William Franklin. They keep Earl Goldsmith in the backfield. Now Daniel on first down. Fires to the tight end. It's complete.
Been pretty decent here. 3rd to Big 12 this season. Getting production out of their red zone.
Jackson on reverse. There's Macklin. He's in. Touchdown, Missouri. You could see it coming on the reverse. So the Tigers capitalize on the takeaway.
You take a look at Jeremy Macklin. He comes around on the end, and this is not something that's atypical to this offense.
On its way. And Missouri comes through with a short field. Only 38 yards, and they traveled it very quickly. Mostly through the arm. Chase Daniel once again. It's the gadget that works. Macklin and the Tigers up by 7. Ordinary. Into the wind, a low line drive, little 1-iron, 2-iron, pinning Murray to the boundary, coming back the other way across the 30. The redshirt freshman.
And it's just swagger. He's got that, and that's it. That's really what it is.
The 36, Bradford, little slip screen, going out to DeMarco Murray, and quite a pop, a bounce back kind of Saturday for the Trojans. Not exactly like they blasted Mike Stoops' Wildcats, though. Hammering it off the right side with Mike Olbert, Brock Christopher, and you'll see a lot of him all over the place. Number 34 with the big stick, a junior from Kearney, Missouri, a 2nd season as a starter. It's a very active group, not a physical group, but a quick group. Missouri backs off. No, they don't. They bring the extra rusher. It's Brock Christopher. Bradford over the middle. It's Malcolm Kelly. 2nd team all Big 12 last year. Mizzou offsides, free down for Bradford. And It's a rifle out to the far side. Complete.
Outside defense, number 1, decline, second down.
And count all the white shirts up here, ready to take care of the run.
Bradford's got him at a power formation, short side. Patrick checks down as he looks at his 3. He's got 3 on the wide side, and that's where Patrick is headed. Takes a pop coming off the edge. Missouri finally put together a game defensively. It was against Nebraska, so take that into consideration. It's Patrick, and he's got the first down on a spin.
The kind of holes that are being created in the running game.
Shift the tight end. Missouri gives him a free snap. Bradford now out on the edge. And breaking tackles. He'll get a first down and run out of bounds.
We have offside defense, holding, number 48, offense, goes offset, replay, first down.
From the 30. 3 wide receivers set for Bradford. And a little slant. Malcolm Kelly. Pop, not down yet. You talked about wrapping up, trying to tie things up. Early 7-0 lead for Missouri. Bradford, no pressure, plenty of pocket protection, and his back. Alan Patrick has it. 4 first down inside the 20. So he's put down to the 18. He was down, and now they called a touchdown. Bob Stoops and the Sooners have just tied it up. He did land on the man. He didn't hear a whistle on a smart play.
No whistle on the field. Players are talking, go ahead and continue to the end of the play. And Missouri Tigers felt like they made a tackle here. Take a look. See if he makes contact with the ground. Chris Brown getting wrapped up there and pulled down.
Does the
knee fall down anywhere? Yes, I think it does. Right back there.
It should be a challenge from Missouri.
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. The player's knee was down at the 19-yard line. The first down, Oklahoma.
I'd like to get more touchdowns and have missed a couple field goal opportunities too.
False starts.
71 offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Yeah, that's a great ratio, 18-4 there. And he can maintain that for the rest of the year. He'll be happy with his production.
It's Kelly on the slant. Got away from the corner. Malcolm Kelly, the forgotten man against Colorado, who was shut out that day, did not have a catch, only one this season. Bradford with heat coming. Behind Kelly, he still got it. Not top 10, but 11th with 42 a contest. And a false start, left side.
Offside, 99 defense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Runs like he's about 6'3", 6'4", real straight up and down guy. Wants to cut it back. Instead, he'll stay over to the left side. And wrapped up by Ziggy Hood initially. The junior, second and goal at the 4. Oklahoma trying to tie things up on what would be a 65-yard drive. Over the middle, touchdown. Joaquin Iglesias. Point after Garrett Hartley. With 3:33 to play in the first quarter. It is all even. Iglesias on the catch, the junior from Killeen, Texas. But what about Bradford again? His 19th touchdown toss of the season.
Justin pretty heavily.
A little more than 3.5 left. And again, right over the head of Macklin. Time for a Dr. Pepper game break. Will it be another bluegrass miracle? Chase Daniel out of the gun looking for Derek Washington, and he's going to be sacked. That's a covered sack. It was his 7th sack of the season. It's a loss of 6, 2nd and 16. Look one way, come back the other way. A little bubble screen action on the outside.
Probably going to call a penalty on that.
It is the illegal substitution for Missouri.
Legal substitution. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
And now it's going to be third and about 15. Pocket holds up better for Chase Daniel. And it's going to be picked off. DJ Wolf has it in the 30. Off to the left side. Will they get him? Spun around and put down. And that's by Derek Washington, the running back, to the first 15. It's Chris Brown in the backfield. Tight end is Gresham moving. And now a little gadget play on the toss to Iglesias. From DeMarco Murray. And he's put down just inside the 10. 2nd and 4. Inside the Tigers' 10. It'll be Brown. Running up the back of his own blocker. They bunch 3, and now Finley, the motion man. Bradford out of the gun on 3rd and 3. The delay over to the left side. Room on the outside, but an open field tackle and a beauty by Big Brown.
Yeah.
4 of 6. He's got a 53-yarder. This is going to be a chip shot. A 28-yard attempt on its way. And it down the middle. So points off a turnover on the interception by DJ Wolf. Garrett Hartley, the senior from Southlake, Texas, with the 3 and a 10-7 lead for the Sooners. Play compared to 53 from Mizzou. I think Missouri would take that over the course of the game. 4 times 75. Not a bad job defensively. Macklin is going to bring it back from a yard in. Now a little crease over to the right side. Outside he goes past the 25 to the 30. Good yardage from Macklin. And the final play of the first quarter, a big return for one of the leaders in the nation for the Tigers. So we're through the first 15 minutes of play in a huge showdown between the number 5 team in the nation, the number 11 team in the nation. And Missouri trails by 3 as we'll be back after this word from Dr. Pepper. They've got it to 44 as they set up Jimmy Jackson to the backfield with Chase Daniel. Straight 4-man rush. Hit it out to Franklin and make it Alexander.
We'll see if that one might do it.
Well, down by 3. Daniel in trouble and on his way down. The sack. Speaker and Llewellyn have given up a couple of sacks early. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Daniel in trouble again. And just wants to throw the ball away and throws it over the head of Kaufman. Along with Reggie Smith. Getting into it. Crossing with the wind at his back and a fair catch is called for. So from the 14, Bradford. A little waggle action. He can run. Instead, he's got a wide open Joaquin Iglesias. The number 1 quarterback in the nation in passing efficiency. 19 touchdowns over 4 interceptions. His 19th going to Iglesias earlier today. And on first down, pocket starting to collapse as he peels away. And the catch is made. Was he in bounds? They're going to say yes.
Kelly has made tremendous catches. He's smooth. He catches the football. Does he have control? He has control. He's got 1 foot in. It looks like, and then the ball knocked out out of bounds.
Downstairs, Gerald Wright.
After review, ruling on the field is reversed. The player did not control the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The 44-yard line.
Laycock coming down on Bradford. He got it off with a 2nd. And good touch. Had to get it over. Bradford will operate out of the gun with Alan Patrick. Tight end on the right side going down the middle of the field. And instead, it's Manuel Johnson's first catch of the game. There's coverage on Malcolm Kelly to back off on the high side, the wide side of the field. Bradford well behind Kelly. The Sooners have taken 16 of the last 17. Now Murray on first down. Powers his way. They're 3 of 4 in the 3rd down tries. This is going to be a 3rd and 5. Too much time for Bradford. Wide open. Touchdown Oklahoma. Tight end Jermaine Gresham.
You know, we talk about the tight ends of this football game.
The Sooners started with a 30-yard pass as Hartley pops it through the uprights. And it goes 86 yards with the last 30. Going to the big tight end, a sophomore from Ardmore, Oklahoma. So now 17 unanswered by Oklahoma as they're on top of Mizzou by 10. And they've got to get points if they're going to stay in the game when they do have that advantage. Now into the win. It'll be Macklin as Hartley kicks it away to the goal line. Macklin a couple of nice blocks early, but he's punched down.
Your expectations, or did you know he had this in it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much. You know, last year he was doing mainly scout teams, so I didn't really get a chance to see him much.
Well, he could do it as a wide receiver or a quarterback, guys. Remember, he played both positions here at OU.
All right, Emily. The tight end put down. They are 0 for 4. They had the loss on first down with Goldsmith, the running back, losing 5. And they get a little more than 4, almost 5 on this snap. Daniel underneath, and he's got the first down. It's Tommy Saunders' first catch of the game. He's got it across the 35.
In this offense, he just distributes the football.
Point guard in basketball. That's what he is at quarterback. There's a blitz off the edge, but it's going to be a false start against Missouri.
False start. 79 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Check that. He's not going to be. They'll pitch it to the tight end Rucker just to get him the football. That was the bringing back Goldsmith. They pick up the action on the far side. Fire it to the tight end. Kaufman. Daniel 10 of 13. but he had that pick, and the pick turned into points for Oklahoma. Daniel out of the gun. Man, what a pass. A little bit behind. First down, Mizzou. Ball to the midfield stripe. Here comes the blitz out of the secondary. Daniel eludes the pressure and throws the ball away. The running back, Jimmy Jackson, off right tackle. Empty backfield for Daniel. He can run for it potentially. And the speed on the outside. Game trailing by 10. Inside of 7 left in the half. Smith with a fair catch inside the 10. A veteran in the backfield, the senior from Conway, South Carolina. They've not been able to run the football, and they won't this time either. Patrick stays in the backfield after the loss of a yard. Bradford on the dump off to Finley, and the tie it in. He doesn't quit on it at about the 12. Redshirt freshman changing things up. And on the pass play, he's got Iglesias. First down, Oklahoma across the 20.
That's a real positive thing here for an offense.
Brown stays in the backfield. Send a fastball out to the tight end Gresham with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and no letdown for the Sooners. The following week, Brown on the perimeter, and he's got well, right at the marker. Let's see if they spot it. Some noise in the background, and I got a feeling there's Kentucky blue in the background. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Bradford out of the gun. He comes. He's got Kelly. And Kelly, he gets that coverage.
Every time they scored, I believe, put them ahead in that football game.
Brown slashing the left side.
Take a look at the total offensive numbers here. Only 24 yards rushing for Oklahoma to 179 yards passing.
Usually a much more balanced group. 2nd and 9. And Heat and Bradford's down. First sack of the game. Need to take it inside the Mizzou 41. Bunch formation. Low side of the screen, the wide side of the field. Shallow cross is available. They'll go out to the tie it in. And Gresham will be run out of bounds and back on the punt coming up from Michael Cohn. It hits at the 15 and will die and roll out of bounds at about the 13.
Upset off here in Norman to stay unbeaten.
Spread it out on from the 13. It's knocked down. A break for Daniel, who sacked earlier this contest. Daniel out of the gun. And it's the rookie, freshman, Derek Washington with his first carry.
They convert those guys from secondary players to linebackers. They want to put speed on the field.
They'll give it to Macklin. And Macklin's got a lane pass at 20, and he's got a first down, one of the few. They're not out of bounds, so they wind the clock. Daniel, hurry up mode now. Slipping out of the pocket, nothing available, and throws it away.
Up on the halftime show. Wow, what a day.
An upside down season as Macklin, 3rd and a couple to keep the drive alive. Can they even get a field goal before halftime if they convert? Good pocket protection and a long throw for a first down. That'll stop the clock on the completion. They're winding it in a hurry inside of 20. Daniel, it's a straight 4-man rush. Time, man over the middle, it's complete. Inside the 25, Macklin. Got a first down with a timeout on the board, saving the timeout. They start the clock. His final try to the far side, another completion, and the man's not knocked out. Franklin inside the 5 of the first half. And Missouri going to the locker room, trailing by only 7. Wolford, 7 of 11. You saw the numbers on its way, and he's got it. So points on a long drive with limited time on the board for the Missouri Tigers. So that is a definite boost for their confidence going in. They started back at their own 13. Big plays for Macklin in particular in the last one. William Franklin.
Yeah, definitely good job moving the football by Chase Daniel in that situation and coming away with the points. And Gary Pinkel's got to be happy going into the locker room. But overall, the Oklahoma defense has done well in this ball game of not allowing the Missouri offense to convert on in certain situations.
Evidently in a very fortunate situation for Missouri as the punter cross it will kick it away. And with the wind at his back, a line drive by Iglesias. And almost put it out of bounds. 13 for 14. Now Missouri's got to feel pretty good about that. A team that defensively over their first few games didn't do much right. On the play fake. Room to move for Sam Bradford. And on the comeback route, Iglesias. Here's his best game of the year in the loss to Boise State. They'll give it on the gadget, and it doesn't fool Missouri. So a loss of about 4. Call it 2nd and 14. Good pocket protection. A lot of time, and it should have been intercepted by 2 Tigers. Just about 50% of the season coming in. They pick up the blitz, and in space, Kelly had it behind him. Pressure comes, and a good one by Cone. It'll be a fair catch called for by Macklin.
Game.
Missouri and Daniel have it for the first time in the second half. Out in the flat, it's available, and a first down.
Spread the ball around the field, and I'm sure Gary Pinkel talking about doing that tonight.
Now Daniel over the middle. Bullet is complete, on target for 8.
Rucker is kind of atypical for this offense.
Rare second and short for the Tigers. Jimmy Jackson, room up the middle, and breaks a tackle. Trying to get the Tigers even. Opening 2.5 of the third. Pick up the blitz off the edge. Available on the opposite side. It's complete.
He just get his offense going here against Oklahoma.
The one thing he hasn't done is run the football tonight. So he goes for the first down, and Rucker is popped out of bounds. It's incomplete. Have a long call here. They're going to have Macklin in the backfield, and he wants to throw. He's got Rucker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Smith, who read it perfectly. Blockers coming the other way for Smith on the gadget play, and pulled down from behind. So the turnover. Saunders on the tackle. See if they now try to get DeMarco Murray in the ground game going. No, Bradford wheeling away from the heat, and a nice move by Bradford. Will run out of bounds at about the 50, near the 49. It's going to be 2nd and 3 after the scramble by Bradford. And he's got a first down with Iglesias and a cushion on the corner. A Daniel interception in the first half on a short field. It'll be Murray. 1st and 10. And again, Tigers pursue well down the line. Play fake through DeMarco Murray, and again the Tigers flush him out. He'll scramble well and take a shot. Need a little more than 3 for the first down inside the Missouri 33. And Chris Brown makes a miss. He's got the first down to the Mizzou 29. The poise of redshirt freshman Bradford. Double move for Iglesias. And 2nd and 10. Fake the reverse. Ton of time for Bradford. He'll go with Murray after the fake on the reverse. And it pays off. Murray making a miss. Breaks tackles. And he's inside the 5. 1st and goal. In fact, trips over to the right side. Chris Brown the single to the backfield. And throw the fade. In the corner. Kelly just off his reach. And it'll be 2nd and goal. 9:34 left in the third. Chris Brown short side. He's in. Touchdown Oklahoma. For the point after. And off the upright as he hooked it. It's dead. And it's going to be only a 13-point lead. Let's see if that's a factor down the road. So Mizzou was moving the football. They looked efficient early in the second half, but they coughed it up, and Oklahoma makes them pay.
Missouri's going to have a big chance to bring this football back.
Yeah, Gary, he had plenty of chances last year. He's 49 of 50 on extra points. Scoring bunches. Macklin on the short one from the 7. How about a home run threat for Missouri? Macklin sprints across the 30, going backwards and going down. So what the Tigers have to do is keep the locals at home. They've gotten away to the Oklahomas and Nebraskas. Out in the flat, it's Macklin. Pulled down quickly.
He can throw the football. He runs the ball, and then we throw it.
Gaps, huge gaps. And Daniel will take the opportunity over to the left side and barely gets it. Earl Goldsmith into the backfield on first down for the Tigers. The important sequence for Mizzou and Goldsmith. And Mizzou's only points is 7 points. And there it is, quickly out to Macklin again. And check that, it's Rucker rather on the far side of the
side. They're doing some different things here for this line to pick up.
And Goldsmith in the backfield to chip away. Now he's out in the flat. Daniel with time had Rucker the opposite way. Now he's got to run for it. Should be able to get there. Past the 50, and he's got it.
It's hard for you to do things, but they did a pretty good job on him most of the night.
Give it to Macklin. He'll cut it inside. And short yardage across the 45. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers at the Sooners 44. Daniel, option, showed it. Now goes to Kaufman. And Kaufman's available as tight end. Perfect pass.
Kaufman and Rucker on.
13 and 5. Now Daniel in trouble. He can throw it away. He's outside of the tackle. And a smart play to throw it away. Bringing it back, throwing it to Kaufman, something we didn't see in the first half. An adjustment. Daniel, tough throw all the way to the far side, making a miss. It's Macklin. And he's short of the first down by a little more than a yard and a half. Daniel on the audible. Calls the play. Blitz coming opposite side. Kaufman makes a good grab. He was thrown behind him a bit. He's got it. 6'6", 245. He led the Big 12 tight ends in catches last year with 58. Give it on the reverse. There's a wall. Left side. Macklin's in. Touchdown, Missouri. They are back in the game. The reverse works with Jeremy Macklin.
Now, we saw this earlier in the football game. Same time, same play, same execution.
Wolford splits him. And now all of a sudden, will that be a big factor? The miss by Garrett Hartley. It is only a 6-point ball game and homecoming weekend in Norman with 4:41 left in the third. Mizzou's kicker, senior from Liberty, Missouri. And at the 2, it'll be Joaquin Iglesias, their wide receiver. A lane to the right. And a big lane for Iglesias, tripped up from behind and going across the 40, lost the football at the end of the play. Missouri covered it. Will they say he's down or not?
They didn't call it down. The ball came down.
And it looked like Franklin, the wide receiver, came up with the football.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. Oklahoma will be charged with timeout. First down, Missouri.
45-yard line, they're giving it back to Missouri.
So the Tigers on first down, fake the reverse, throw it deep down the middle, wide open, and off the fingertip. Well, Missouri does not take advantage of it. Instead, they'll run it with Washington. And breaks the initial tackle around the ankles, but it's only squirting free for Franklin and Alexander. Out of the gun, Daniel hits the tight end Rucker, breaks the tackle for the first down. Bring a fourth man in to rush. Now Daniel sees the lane over to the left side and rolling for about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Fake it on the reverse, fire it underneath, and it's the tight end again. It's at the 16 of Oklahoma. And a big lane up the middle with a scat back Jimmy Jackson. Out of the gun. There's the little bubble screen. It's complete. Down to the 5, inside the 4, 1st and goal. Rucker, talk about a leader on the field, like a coach, running in the option. Jackson finds a little crease, bolts, he's in. Touchdown, Missouri. A lot of time left, but Mizzou a point away from taking the lead. Huthersville, huge extra point now on the high snap. It's up, and Mizzou, by virtue of a missed extra point by Hartley of Oklahoma, is on top of the Sooners. 90 seconds left in the third, and eternity remaining in Norman. Murray bringing the kick from the goal line, slowed up at the 25, breaks it across the 34 out to the 35. And Iglesias fumble after a reception. Mizzou went 38 yards, little slip screen out to the tight end. And not much available, and still Oklahoma only 35 yards on 19 carries. It'll be Alan Patrick. Man, Alan Patrick taking tacklers with him for a good ride. Started putting the ball on the ground. He started giving a different dimension to the game for Missouri. And they ran the option a couple of times. He's been on target through the air as well. And Mizzou through 3 has the lead on Oklahoma. Now, huge third down for the Sooners, trailing by 1. 3rd and a little less than 2. Bradford, quick when Iglesias has it. He's got a first down to the 45. Short field, basically, after the good return by Murray. Big hole, Alan Patrick. Slowed up, but not put down. And he's close to another first down. It has been that long for the Tigers. They're up by 1. Good play fake by Bradford. Now, ball batted down. And it's incomplete. Includes his tight end, Jermaine Grisham. Fire it for Manuel Johnson, getting blocks downfield and right at the marker. That would give the Sooners a lead. Good pocket protection. Pretty lane to throw. Overthrows it and almost caught for a touchdown by Johnson. 2nd and 10. Sooners at the Mizzou 33. Run it, and not much there for Chris Brown. And they will bring it. Pressure comes wide open out of the wing. It's complete. Chris Brown, the running back. Keep Brown in the backfield. And left tackle, Phil Lodeholm. But it's going to be 1st and 15. Mark it back outside of the 23, close to the 24. And out of the edge, good run, Chris Brown. And barely early in the fourth, inside of 13 left in regulation. Brown bouncing out, back in. And will it be denied? Just barely. Down to the one, first and goal. He's featured on this series. In the eye on first and goal, Brown left side, he's in. Oklahoma takes the lead.
You know, very workmanlike drive this time by the Sooners.
Tight end in front of Brown, now they shift. And Megan Murray in the backfield. Instead, Bradford back of the end zone, deflected. So Oklahoma responds. Doesn't get the 2, but still leads the Tigers by 5. 20-14. It's killing them on tight wide Kevin Berkeley. Will it be returned? No. Over the head of Macklin. And it is Oregon State, not Washington State. At home. That is difficult. Now Chase Daniel on first down. He wants to run it. Can he get out? No. 2nd and 10 for Daniel and the Tigers, trailing by 5. Will they get it? Yes, and they'll lose it. Macklin lost it. Lofton's got it. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, you got to make plays with people coming around the pocket. You got to just make sure of that handoff. And I'm not sure that Jerry Macklin knew that he was going to get the football. I don't know if that was a read play or actually a fake design to him, but Lofton nonetheless.
Brown to the backfield. Out of the gun. It's knocked away as they went to the tight end. Now as Hartley kicks it away, and he's going to be feeling a little bit easier after the missed extra point. It'll be over the head of Macklin and out of the end zone. So Daniel with Jimmy Jackson flanking in. Jackson, nothing doing tonight. Little diamond on the bottom of the screen. And Daniel looks one way, goes the other way, and loses the football. It's out of bounds, I believe. It'll still belong to Missouri. It was not covered. Earl Goldsmith will join Daniel. Over the middle, it's available, and it's Alexander. Breaking a tackle, gets a block, and he's got a first down. Inside the 45. Spread the defense again. The reverse. Will it work this time with Perry. Runs up the back of Daniel, and he's dropped for a loss. Jared Perry by the sideline. These guys can move. One of the best defensive units in the nation. Daniel in trouble and on his way down. English, 2nd sack of the game, 8th of the year. And he finds another big play like he had with Alexander. Needs time. They wash him down, so he does have a pocket. It'll be a dump off. And not much available across the 45 for coming in with their highest ranking since 1981. And for it seemed like a minute as Reggie Smith took it over the shoulder inside the 5. He's lucky to get back to the 10. Would be the ultimate for Oklahoma. Number 5 team of the nation. Alan Patrick was lugging his way for about 3 in the Texas-Oklahoma game at the Cotton Bowl last week. Gresham, the tight end, sets up. And offside Missouri. Patrick shut down. 2nd and 3 after the mark off of 5. And Bradford wants to throw it. He wanted the tight end and throws it wide of the other tight end from Briggs. Go the other way. Patrick spins it out. He's got a first down into the secondary and across the 30. That'll chew up another 90 seconds.
But Sam Bradford was so efficient early on. That's what's been the mainstay for them offensively.
Patrick upended. Tight formation with Patrick in the eye. Patrick, another short gain off right tackle. Game on the line right now. 3rd and 5. Can Mizzou get the football back? They pick up the blitz. And out in the flat, Finley won't get there. 5 seconds. Michael Cone gets into it. Had a fair catch called for as Macklin gets it. Any left for Missouri. Daniel has it deflected and intercepted. Picked off after the deflection. Nick Harris on the takeaway, and that'll do it for the Tigers. They've got it at the Missouri 24. And a little counter action. It'll be 2nd and 5 after the run. by Brown, who stays in the backfield. Brown again weaving his way for about 3.
Gotten the turnovers here that have helped them immensely.
On 3rd down, Brown breaks the tackler inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Never forget this one. There's a flag and a false start. Now, the kid that was going to be the next one.
79 offense, 5-yard penalty, retry.
Be a 25-yard attempt on the point after. And now another false start. Animated.
False start.
Yeah.
97 offense, 5-yard penalty.
You're 91 and 20 coming into the night. The amazing point as that's blocked away. It's been that kind of night for Hartley. Mike, like that. It's declined.
Catching the football, they can do that as well.
Now Hartley gets into it. Man, over the head of Macklin again, yes. Some may say as we look at Sam Bradford.
As far as getting to Big 12 championship game.
He's got a big league arm, doesn't he, Gary?
Yes, he's got an arm. He knows what to do with the football, too.
Daniel out of the gun. Man, they just scrambled. Sliding down and taking a shot for total offense that you mentioned a few minutes ago. Mizzou had no ground game.
Oh.
And almost picked, but it'll be pulled in by
the OU team. They've shown that they can do things in different ways with defense. They're well coached. They've had a good game plan how to attack this offense. It's been pretty productive every single week of the season.
Macklin. If any team can run a hurry up, it's Mizzou. And on the comeback route. Complete for Saunders. Missouri, Kansas. If Missouri holds up their end of the bargain, it could be for the Big 12 North title.
Before the war, it's going to be played in Kansas City this year at Arrowhead Stadium.
Daniel with only a 3-man rush. Man, Jared Perry will take it back inside for a first down.
Wildcats.
Funny how things work, though. We'll get to it after this next throw by Chase Daniel. It's Kaufman on the catch.
When we saw the confidence, we actually heard the confidence that they had, but no one really knew about that and what that was actually going to turn out to be. And there was definitely some confidence.
Yes, they have headed south in a hurry, and they're still in the north, but they're headed really far south. That's Kaufman again, and by the way, he's got a first to go to the 5. Bring in Rucker. And Daniel will call his own number and chase down from behind. The Buffaloes. That's a nice story. Dan Hawkins with his son Cody. Little slip under, but Rucker trapped. And does he take a man for a ride? Lewis Baker is a tough customer. And Rucker almost took him into the end zone, and they will give him a touchdown. I thought he was down at about the 1. That's a gift if they gave it to him. 12 seconds left.
It's going to be over.
Yeah, there's some people that were still watching for that one.
Yeah, some people that are concerned with those things.
41-31, a 10-point deficit for Missouri. Right,
it's
you're not going to. So the onside kick, and it's loose. It appears Oklahoma covered it, and they did. One snap, and it's over. So Sam Bradford, the difference in the first half. And then Oklahoma started to get their act together, and they had some balance, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, and Sam Bradford was efficient with the football early in the ball game, kind of did things well, and they took advantage, though, Oklahoma did, of the turnovers that Colorado committed, and that's exactly what happened in this football game, and it's kind of outlasted them at the end.
So it turns out to be a 10-point win for the Sooners.